to run Idaho schools. Mike Vogel was inside the State House when State Superintendent Tom Luna made his budget pitch to JFAC.
Well, that's right, Don. JFAC, which is the Joint Finance and Appropriations Committee, decides how much money stays in that budget and if the legislature can find more. This is a strange and complex year that voters shot down Propositions 1, 2, and 3, and performance-based teacher bonuses are gone.
Then it leaves this body with the question, it leaves the legislature with the question, what do we do about technology for this year?
Superintendent of Public Schools Tom Luna made his budget pitch, calling for a 3% increase for public school funding for 2014. He says just because the propositions failed, there's no reason to decrease education funding.
But I don't think anybody was voted against those laws because they wanted us to spend less money on education this year or any year going forward.
Legislators listened to the one-hour presentation calling for more than $10 million for technology in schools.
I actually feel that we need more money for technology.
Legislators even suggested spending more in those critical areas.
Our schools are anxious to get that money to continue developing the technology in the schools. Most of them are really making an effort to make sure that our students have the technology they need to be good student learners.
80% of the budget is spent on labor, wages, and benefits, but Luna says it isn't enough and that funding needs to be increased.
It's never going to increase at the rates it needs to, and we saw last year that the legislature was willing to increase teacher compensation by 5.8% when every other state employee only got a 2% increase. Teachers got a 5.8% increase, and that's because there was a pay-for-performance model and they were willing to fund it.
Now, also included in Luna's plan, $150,000 for a school safety task force to protect Idaho schools from a tragedy like the one in Newtown, Connecticut. In studio, Mike Vogel, today's